And welcome to Three Questions With. Got my friend Emily with us from EG Creative. Good morning, Emily. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me back.
So, Emily, I actually come on today because I want to talk about using artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, bots. I see a lot of people looking at this and going, wow, this is going to do all the work for me. Can we start at the beginning? What's your opinion as an SEO person on using the artificial intelligence? Is it a smart thing to do?
So AI isn't bad intrinsically, but it's kind of misleading. The word intelligence makes us think that it's smart and it can figure things out, but it's actually not intelligent. It is artificial. It gives the appearance of being intelligent. So all of these tools are trained on data that already exists in the world. And some of them are actually only trained on data that exists up till 2021. So it's kind of behind the times. So you can use AI tools in your marketing. They're not really ready for prime time in terms of SEO because they tend to make things up, and SEO needs to be really accurate. But broadly speaking, in terms of business and marketing, you can use AI tools, but you just need to remember that they are a tool. It still is always going to require your human input and your evaluation because it doesn't know everything and it can't actually connect the dots and make decisions in the same way a human brain can.
But it just seems like people looking at this saying, well, I want a blog post today, Emily, and I'm a plumber, so I want to talk about installing a new sink. And I just tell it, hey, give me 500 words on installing a new sink. But like you said, I found that interesting that it's only up to date to 2021. So if anything's changed in the industry, like maybe something's not code anymore, and you don't double check that, you might come across looking really bad going, wow, this person's not up to speed on the codes. I don't want to hire Kev. He doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. You got to proofread it too, right?
Yes, absolutely. You have to proofread it and fact check it. Even if you're writing about something that you don't think has changed much over time, you still need to take a look at it. You also want to make sure that if you're using it for writing, that you are just using it to help you generate ideas and that you're actually going in and rewriting or writing most of the text yourself. And the reason is because AI tools, one, they do what's called hallucinating, which is they absolutely just make things up and sound very confident. And two, sometimes they border on plagiarism because, again, the AI isn't intelligent. It doesn't know that that's wrong or that's what it's doing. I actually have a blog post on this on my website where I looked at a bunch of different tools and saw that they were getting a little too close to plagiarism for my comfort.
Well, that would be my concern that, sticking with plumbers, just to have an example, is that all of a sudden I find that I have a blog post that another plumber, especially in my town, may have written. I think the other guy might be a little upset if I'm taking this and claiming it as my original thought. Just a little.
Just a little bit, just a little.
But the other thing that I see that makes me chuckle is I may be friends with you and I know you. Like I have a kind of unique personality. So you might look at that and go, there's no way in heck Kev wrote that. That's not Kev's voice at all. It's way too uppity for Kev. There's no way that he ever wrote that. But it can hurt your brand too if I know that you're just doing that. And because to me, I like when people have original thought. You're sharing your knowledge with me, and I appreciate when people do that. But if I feel like you're just kind of borrowing from the universe, to me, it's like, well, Emily, I've seen that on 4 different blogs. Like, why are you talking about it? It can hurt your brand, right?
Exactly. And that's a really good point about the voice because you do have a really unique voice and tone. So if I went to your website and it didn't sound like you, I would find that weird. And even if people who don't know you are looking at your website, people can usually tell when something feels like it's reading in a robotic kind of boilerplate way. You definitely want to have your brand voice, whether that's yours or one you've created for your company, in your content. And you mentioned expertise, and that's another big thing. So I do SEO, and when we look at what makes a piece of content rank well in search results, a big part of that is expertise. The search engines want to see that the author of a piece has expertise in an area. Either they are the owner of a company, either they have expertise, proven expertise, through other things they've written online, or they're just speaking in a way that makes it clear they really know what they're talking about. And if you're just using what the AI generates, it's not going to have that.
So kind of to close this, using AI to generate ideas may be a good thing, but then it's writing them in your own voice. Is that a good way to summarize it?
Yes, AI can be used to generate ideas. It can be used to help you write short little pieces of like maybe like a social media caption or a title, but you're going to want to rewrite it yourself. Now, if you don't want to do the writing, that's fine. You can work with a professional writer. Like I work with clients who they're not doing the writing themselves, but I've adopted their brand, tone, style. But I'm still a person, so I can make those connections and make that happen. The AI doesn't know how to connect those dots.
So, Emily, what's the best way for the people to reach out to you? How can they learn more?
You can learn more by visiting my LinkedIn page, which is under my name, Emily Gertenbach, or visit me online and drop me a message at egcreativecontent.com.
Emily, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks, Kevin.